Hey everyone, it's your girl T, and Game of Thrones just released their Comic Con extended trailer for the next episode. I don't know, it's kind of weird because it's starting off late, but I did enjoy the extended, it's like 50 seconds extra footage. And I just want to say that Cersei is going to win really big this episode. So if you do not want to know anything and want to be unsullied, definitely don't check this video out. Just meet me on the other side with my instant reactions that I'll have right after each episode, and we can talk then. Until then, I'll see you guys later, but let's talk about this trailer. So one thing I'm not going to do is do scene by scene because I think everyone and their mom is doing the scene by scene. But what I will tell you is that Cersei's coming out on top this episode. She's going to be able to attack at night with Euron. I think he's coming out big with that. He's going to have a sand snake. We saw it in the trailer. And if you pay close attention and see up close, you can see that he's actually holding one of the sand snake. So we know that he'll succeed in that battle. Also, we see that Jamie is leading the army to, it looks like Highgarden. It's kind of making it seem like they're at Castle Rock, but they're at Highgarden. I think that Jaime's going to lead that. And we also saw Cersei kissing Jaime, which makes me think that this is how she's going to persuade Jaime to do what she wants, which is what she's been wanting to do, was him to lead the Lannister army. She doesn't want him to be part of the King's Guard or her Queen's Guard, but she wants him to take the rightful place of Castle Rock. And she needs him there, actually. But I digress. So I think she's playing it smart. She took Jaime's advice, something that Jon didn't do with Sansa, but she did take his advice because Jaime also mentioned that he would rather make sure that he fed his horses and his armies. And Lady Olenna did say in season 6 that they would starve them out. So we know that they are the ones who hold majority of the food source. So obtaining Highgarden would be a huge win for Cersei. Also thinking that she takes Sand Snake. She's taking basically Dany's two of her most important allies. Well, those are our only allies when you really think about it in Westeros. So I think Cersei's going to win big then. However, I do think Dany's going to succeed in taking Castle Rock, which will be interesting. Moving on, I think Varys and Mel, that's going to be interesting because I'm curious if we're going to talk about what he heard in the flames. The conversation between her and Dan is going to be interesting. And it's going to be very important because Jon's on his way. And Jon needs all the help he can get. He's not really good at rallying people on his side. He needs help. I know. Shade, but no shade. Then also moving on to Sansa, because Jon looks like he is heading to Dragonstone, it must always be a Stark in Winterfell, which means that Jon is going to be pushed into a situation where he has to trust Sansa now. Or is Jon going to be a dick and put someone else in charge of Winterfell? I'm very curious about that because clearly he doesn't seem like he trusts her. And we definitely know he doesn't trust Littlefinger because in this trailer, we also see there's a confrontation down in the crypts between Jon and Littlefinger. And I think once Jon leaves, Littlefinger is going to start to plant his seeds into Sansa's head, creating doubt, which will be interesting. Sansa looks extremely worried through a few of these clips, which piques my interest. And also, let's talk about Arya. I definitely think we're getting that wolf pack, which I'm really excited about. I think that LaDonna was right in the small council we had last night, that was not the dire wolf. It was too small, and I agree. And that can only mean one thing: we're getting a fucking wolf pack. And if they fuck up this wolf pack, I don't know. I'm going off on D&D, but I'm gonna have good faith that they do us right. And then, of course, we can't have Game of Thrones without Jorah touching shit. And guess what? He's in the trailer touch shit. So I'm over it. But I'm curious to what that conversation is going to be like. Is he talking to the Maester that Sam was talking to? Is he talking to Sam? Very curious. He did say, did the Dragon Queen come? So that's going to be an interesting conversation. So definitely a lot of action this episode coming up. And I think people who missed this action for the first episode, I think we're going to definitely get it the next episode. So we're going to focus on Cersei and her endeavors. We're going to focus on Dany and her endeavors. And we're going to focus on Jon and his endeavors. I don't think we're going to get Bran in the North or anything like that, or the Brotherhood without Banner. I do think we're going to get Gendry because they keep showing someone scraping the sword, and I think that's him. It's a scene reminds me of the season 4 opener when Tywin was forging ice into two swords. So anyway, I'm glad you guys. I'm curious. What do you guys think of this trailer? Did it excite you? Do you think we're gonna get a few battles? Who do you think's gonna win? Is Cersei gonna come up top? Is Dany gonna come up top on this? Let me know down below. And until the next time, I'll see you on the other side. Bye.